Hey, Sparks back with another Goddess of Victory Nikke video, and we got dev notes. I was not expecting this to drop right now. I literally just got done recording a video about Wuthering Waves. Go ahead and check that out after watching this video if you haven't already. But dev notes, yeah, so let's talk about it. We just had our Trani event. We're now entering the hard mode, and it's been a little bit of downtime since the 1.5 anniversary, so it's cool to get some new news on what we can expect next and what big things we can look forward to in the near future and further out in the future. There is some pretty cool stuff in here. By the way, I also finally got my captured card issues figured out, so I will be streaming Nikke tomorrow at the normal time for our Thursday night stream. But let's go ahead and take a look at the dev notes. So, new in-game contents. Aside from the story, Goddess Victory Nikke contains various fun elements such as shooting, progression, exploration, and puzzles, blah, 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 blah. Aside from them, we will like to introduce the contents we are currently preparing. As always, we will keep on working hard to come up with new and better content. So it says Interception EX difficulty mode. All right, we have been asking for something changed about Interception for so long. We've been fighting these same bosses for the last year and a half, and it's great to see something finally happened. Get ready to get stomped by train all over again. So it says at the same time, in order for commanders to experience more fun of the boss battles and use various characters, more flexibility, we plan to add Interception EX difficulty mode. Based on the current development progression, it will launch in August. Please look forward to it. So we don't really have any details on this, but we know it's coming in August. So we've got a few months to go, but any changes to Interception is welcome. I don't know if this will actually introduce different bosses or just make the bosses that much stronger. Like I said, you're gonna get wiped out by train all over again. RIP to all of us. But it does note a couple of things where we can get some hints here. So it says to use various characters, more flexibility. So maybe there will be like specific challenges potentially, or just means different bosses. So I think just by introducing more multiple bosses on this EX difficulty mode, we would obviously have incentive to potentially use different characters, but it may also go the route of like how Simulation Room Overclock mode was. Maybe we'll pick certain like handicaps and things like that where we would need to use different characters because they'll suit things like that better. Who knows? But I am excited for it. I think Interception is long overdue for an update, and I think this is really cool. Another really cool thing that we've been waiting for like forever, Champions Arena. It says at the same time we plan to update Champions Arena in September. Now, unfortunately, this is even further out. September is a long ways away. We're getting close to 2-year anniversary by that point, but at least they haven't forgotten about it. I mean, Shift Up has been talking about giving us Champions Arena for a long time, and the current state of PvP is terrible in Nikke. I'm just got to be honest about that, which is sad for me to say because I originally was really into it, but it got stale and it's not great. And so I've been trying to hold out hope for this Champions Arena for so long, and I really thought they were just going to end up never doing it. It would be like the last spa section of Destiny Child. If you know, you know. But it looks like we're finally going to get it. So it says Champions Arena is designed for commanders who enjoy competitive game modes and want to achieve a high rank in Special Arena. So I don't know if that means this will actually be connected to Special Arena somehow. Maybe it'll take like the top ranked players of Special Arena and then you'll be able to participate in Champions Arena. Or if they're just saying like, if you're competitive, you're pushing in Special Arena, that means you'll also like Champions Arena. It's not completely clear. It says this mode will allow you to use a wider variety of characters. So again, very similar to like the EX mode in the Interception, they are pushing more variety of characters. So we don't know exactly how it's going to either make us use more characters or incentivize us to use more characters, but they are pushing for broader use of units, which is always cool, because you hate to have like so many units that are just like on the bench now that you never use. So if we have more variety, that's definitely going to be a cool thing. And I am hyped for Champions Arena. I hope they pull this off well and it actually revitalizes the PvP scene in Nikke. It needs it. Then it also talks about surface contents. In the coming days, we will roll out more enjoyable content to ensure your satisfaction. The surface content is a simulation field content that is still under development. Once we can share details and schedule, we will do so through developers' notes. So No idea what that is, but some type of brand new content that I can't tell us about yet. All right, cool. And then new out-of-game content. So next we will discuss new out-of-game modes and improvements we are currently preparing. So one of them, or the first one, is expansion of the archives. Event archives is a supplementary feature that allows commanders to view past events. While various big and small events can be found in it, I've always regretted that we aren't able to provide all of them. Many commanders particularly enjoy the first affection and April Fool's events. April Fool event was peak. So we are considering expanding the archives to include these special events. That's pretty cool. Anybody who missed those, really look forward to that if they actually give them to you. This update is expected to take effect in October, so another one that is really far out there. But it's good that there's still planning for things far in the future, and we have things that we know we can look forward to in kind of the medium term and the long term. And special events will be added sequentially. And then it says title system. So this is something brand new. I'd like to provide more details about the title system mentioned in the previous developer's note. Titles are part of a collection type feature that allows commanders to display their achievements to other similar what does it say? To others? Oh, similar to the avatar frames in profiles. Okay, so this is something that I've suggested for a long time, and like he said, he did mention this before, but this is going to be something brand new to Nikke. A lot of games do title systems. I was honestly surprised that Nikke hasn't already had title systems. It says titles can be obtained from challenge stages and events. We hope the supplementary game mode can bring you some happiness while playing the game. So I hope it's not just like one specific game mode that they're going to have titles for. I think we should have titles for all types of achievements. Like all kinds of things should give us titles, whether it's arena or doing well in solo raids or for your campaign progression, or maybe like using specific characters for a certain number of battles. There's a lot of different things they could do with titles. So I hope they actually expand these titles to be given for many different things, and it's not like just this one new mode that gives you titles. But we'll have to see how that actually goes. And then follow-up improvements for Advise. So we recently got the Quick Advise option, and it says, next I will introduce additional improvements related to Advise. In the last update, we increased the convenience of Advise and the amount of bond points obtainable. However, we have also conducted a survey to identify further areas for improvement. Based on the feedbacks we have been provided, we plan to introduce an Advise guide in the September update. By then, you will be able to advise Nikkes without consuming Advise attempts. That's really interesting. We hope this feature can make things more convenient for commanders who wish to understand the game and Nikkes in detail. So maybe you're able to go through different conversations without getting credit, without using up your attempts, so you can see what the correct answers are. I don't know, interesting. We're thankful that everyone who's been actively participating in the surveys for the sake of the game's development. And yes, I always do the surveys. I always encourage all of you guys to do the surveys. Please, whenever there's an in-game survey, fill it out. Acquisition of manufacturer equipment and custom modules. This is something that I think a lot of people are going to be interested in. We would like to correct our previous statement in the last developer's note about the last equipment acquisition. Based on more detailed data analysis, we plan to improve the acquisition experience of equipment in August with the following changes. Firstly, we will increase the drop rate of manufacturer equipment and custom modules to an appropriate level through the new game mode mentioned earlier, Interception EX difficulty mode. Okay, well that makes sense. I mean, if you're going to do a harder game mode, you should get better, more consistent rewards, right? I mean, I feel like that should go without saying. Thereby reducing the pressure caused by acquisition level of custom modules. Even with these adjustments, acquiring equipment will still be based on probability. Therefore, obtaining specific equipment items categorized by parts, manufacturers, and types will still remain challenging. Additionally, commanders in the early and intermediate stages may not be catered to due to introduction of Interception EX difficulty mode. Yeah, so obviously, if you're just not like a really experienced player, you might not be able to do it yet. Also, subtext here is Sparks is going to keep getting Pilgrim Attacker gear out the wazoo and not get custom modules. It says, as such, we plan to introduce new supportive item called Equipment Recombination Device, which can be obtained through events in purchases. The equipment recombination device is a consumable item that allows you to combine or consume unneeded manufacturer equipment to obtain parts of the desired manufacturer equipment. All right. Hey, They heard me. Never mind. I was throwing shade too quickly. Apparently, I'm going to be able to make some use of all of my extra Pilgrim Attacker gear. We aim to enhance the acquisition experience of equipment and custom modules through the above improvements, and we will continue to observe and identify other inconveniences. Cool. All right. Lastly, additionally, we will introduce a feature in October that allows you to convert some remaining currencies into other types of currencies. All of us there with like millions of battle data, we are going to have a way out. We would like to take this opportunity to thank all commanders who have provided improvements, suggestions through the customer service center. If there are any other system inconveniences, yada, yada, yada. Okay. The Bunny Girl themed event that will transform the Ark's coin rush into a field is coming this May. All right, I did not see a Bunny Girl event coming soon, but apparently we're getting a Bunny Girl event in May. Please look forward to it. We will work hard to give you better events with interesting and fun themes. All right, cool. Bunny Girl's in the spotlight all over again. I like it. Maybe we'll get a new Bunny Girl too with it. That would be really interesting. Okay, well, thanks for watching, guys. Let me know what you're most excited about in the developer notes here. For me, it's probably Interception EX mode, but all these things are pretty cool. I'm just a little nervous about the Challengers Arena. I hope it actually is good, or Champions Arena rather. And then a lot of quality of life things here with, exchanging for different resources. Titles should be cool, making it easier to get equipment and custom modules, things like that. But yeah, the number one choice for me is that EX interception mode. All right, thanks for watching, guys. I will be streaming tomorrow Nikke, as well as probably pulling for the new UR character in Azure Lane. And let me know what you are most excited about. I'll catch you guys in the next video or stream.